Those are what will sustain you through any and all of these changes. In fact, will buoy you up so that you're not suffering through this process. Because it's those people who have their integrity, who have the courage, the ethics, to go ahead and create for yourself what you wish to experience. It's those people with integrity who will be able to take advantage of the opportunities presented by creation. And those people who do not have integrity, those people who are having to hide behind something or resist something or another, will bring upon themselves what their consciousness is focused on, their own fear. And their own judgment. And that's a bitch, ain't it? That's what's going to happen down here for sure. You've heard of Judgment Day? Well, all of this is decision time. All this is an opportunity for you to look at how things are going and make up your mind. Am I going to stay on this power train or I'm jumping off now? What? Am I going to get more ethical and more follow my own integrity, or am I going to go and just hunt down that dollar? So, down here, by this period of time, those points of view, or those consciousnesses that could not keep up with creation, are extinguished. Right here. They're done. They're gone. And creation is on to new things. As a matter of fact, this is the flower. This is puberty, by the way. Remember puberty? It wasn't so easy, was it? It was exciting, but it wasn't so easy. There was all this change going on, and I'm supposed to be like this. No, I'm not. Well, that's the kind of thing that all of consciousness will be going through during this period. Here, though, is adolescence. Here's where you probably got laid. It was all worthwhile all of a sudden. This is when flowers are certainly having sex with birds and bees right here. And right in this period of time, there's some very wonderful things that have happened historically. Like the Renaissance in France happened during this period of time. And the flower children, remember flower children? This is called Renaissance. And it's ruled by the god of flowers. This is also during his time. This is when King Arthur and the Round Table were around. Right here. Also, the Anasazi, the civilization of the Anasazi, this was their golden time right here. During the 6th day was the flower of their civilization. And the Maya as well. This is when they flowered. What happens to flowers? They die to become seed pods, or a fruit, which is a seed pod. And this development during the 6th night is when the seed pod dries up, and then it springs out all the seeds during the 7th day. What's going to happen here is that after this breakthrough of consciousness, after all the decision has been made on whether you are going to be part of this evolution or not, from that point on, there's no more anchor. No more this can't happen. No more this, you can't do this. In fact, at this point right here, the idea of having control over any other person will be the same kind of idea as having your neighbor's kid for dinner. I mean, cooking him. It would be the idea of having control over somebody else will be as foreign or adverse as that concept. And it's only from there that we can meet the neighbors. You see, we're under galactic quarantine until we get to a certain stage of ethical conduct and considerations. They can't get to us either. It's not just us on this planet, you understand? Everything in 3D, I mean the whole universe, the whole third-dimensional universe is going through this at the same time. Other dimensions, more than likely, have already gone through this. It's our turn. No one else on any other planet can get to us, and we can't get to them. Because we're separated on purpose through the plan. You have to be ethical before you make that contact. It's sort of like you got to be 16 before you can get a driver's license. Here, technology will go extinct. For all intent and purposes, spirit will take over 100%. There won't be any sickness. There won't be any lack or hunger. Because spirit will be handling it all. Consciousness is already creating this whole experience. We're just not creating it as consciously as we wish. By this time, we will have all the consciousness, and lots of consciousness, and be experiencing things much more rapidly. Knowledge and wisdom are two different things. You can know something, but once you've actually used the knowledge, then you get wisdom. Some things don't work. Now you know. We're going to be going through that, about creating stuff, stretching our wings, growing our wings. During this 6th night, by this time, the only thing that really would be playing is the word bliss. For that 360-day period, there's going to be such a celebration of liberation and experimentation, getting ready for the completion. Here we have healing, the god of medicine, right there, and this is completion. The god of manifestation. Now, this seventh day starts in, let's see, we'll go 2006. 2008. This is 2009. This is 2010. Through to 2011. 2011, over here. There we go. I like that better. 2010. By the time we get to 2009, we will be in we won't necessarily be here. Because by that time we'll have met the neighbors. And we'll be using their teleportation device to go over to visit them, and then to us, and back and forth. Anywhere you want to be. Anywhere. Star Trek will be like kindergarten. It better be for real. Here, we enter into the universal cycle. The universal cycle is the last 260 days of this 360-day period. So it's about that much of it. And it's during that last little section, that universal cycle, that we are supposed to get up to speed to experience absolutely all of infinity within our consciousness. And if that doesn't fit in your brain, I understand. It's really not supposed to. Not yet. We have a lot of change to go through. But most of it is some really fun stuff. Would you like to be out of debt and never ever be in debt again? That's part of the saga. Would you like to have a different kind of economy where there's only abundance rather than controlled lack? That's part of the application of these systems. Would you like to have the knowledge, the absolutely confirmed knowledge that you're divine and that everything is possible, with demonstrations from other civilizations of other things that we never conceived of that are possible? That's what will happen right here. Would you like to have all of the complete abolition of any limit, of any consideration?
Yes.
That's what happens right here. Technology is a ladder to get up, further and further in consciousness. The reason you guys are experiencing telepathy is because of the internet and the telephone. Your consciousness expects to be in instant communication, and so it is. Technology is a ladder. Technology is the footprint of consciousness. But technology is going to be outpaced by consciousness right here. Then we go into, I don't know what to call it exactly, bliss. A running start at becoming God. That's a big job. Aren't you already up to it?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
We just got to get all this junk off our backs. By the way, has anybody noticed, has anybody had this feeling that stuff is falling off of you?
Yes. Yes.
Maybe jobs, positions, identity.